right. Hello to everyone out there. We are streaming, I guess. Just making sure everything's working. Yep. Check, check, check. Okay, good. Well, good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. Yes. It's Thursday night, a couple of days before GROGTALK, and so I've got some work, and so I figured might as well just do this on the computer. So what I have to get ready for is I have to review White Dwarf episode 21. I also have to roll a character for the Greyhawk Hex Crawl that Carlos Lysing from Castle Entertainment is going to do. And if anyone shows up, we'll answer their questions and do stuff like that. So, but instead of me just jibber-jabbering, let me get right into it. So Dan has decided that we are going to do a hex crawl and that we are both magic users of first level. So I have to quickly roll up a character, and we've also decided that we are twins, which should be interesting. So we're also magic users. So I'm, being a player now, not a DM, I can leverage this, which, of course, can't say what the book is, but you can clearly see it. So I'm going to leverage, since we're human magic users, I'm going to leverage Method 5. Why not? That would be pretty awesome. So, let me get to Method 5, and instead of flipping, we're spinning pages. So Method 5 for a magic user is 4 for strength. You see the things here. So I'm using this dice roller. I'm really a bunch of blasphemy now. But I'm going to put this. Yes, so this is, so in order to, it may seem contrary to popular belief, but we actually do some planning. So pretty much during the week we add notes. Dan calls me or texts me and lets me know his thoughts, and then we add stuff, and this is the show so far. So we're interviewing Kelly Villimer, Lair of Medusa, which Dan just ran last week, and then we are going to talk to him for a bit. So actually it's one of the things I need to make sure he's good to go on. And then we do our announcements, and we have to do random counter, which again, for those who listened last time, Ochre Jelly was a divine inspiration created monster who took out Lady Medusa and spell selection. And then we're going to go over White Dwarf magazine issue 21, which of course is the one that was released in January 1980 or thereabouts. So then we're doing the hex crawl, then we're doing the how have you ever been a gnome illusionist, and then suggestion, and then we wrap it up. We're also going to have a new announcement that I can't discuss now, but we'll be bringing up some new announcements for 2020. If you were a patron, if you're a patron, you would have known what we were talking about. We had some ideas and gotten some feedback, so we're going to try to move forward with some of that. So let's roll up this character. So basically, under Magic User, you get 4d6, 15 for strength. Here's the character. Here's what we know. Human, male, twin of Dan's character. The stats are strength is 15, intelligence. Well, you would hope it's 18, but you never know. 27. So I actually have to go through and figure this out. Ah, welcome. Look at that. 6. Oh, and that's not 15. I apologize. That is 13. So you roll 9d6, and I got a 15. Awesome. That's about right. Wisdom. Wisdom is 7. All right, yep, 7. So roll that. 6, 5, 6, 17 wisdom. That probably should have been a cleric, but okay. Dex. Dex should be pretty high, right, for magic user. 8. $17 makes sense. And Constitution should be, oh, Constitution 6. Oh, I forgot they have comeliness here. Yeah, that's kind of lame. 17. Constitution 17. And Charisma. Magic user, 5 for Charisma. Ooh, 12. Not too bad. Alright, 12. Hit points. We roll the d4. 1. Awesome. With his Constitution 17, so he has 3 hit points. Beautiful. Need a name. We know it's a human male magic user. Points 3. Starting gold, we need to figure that out. Let's see where that is. Desktop. Player's handbook. Looking that up. So basically, I'm just going to finish up the character here, so that yeah, we'll be ready for Saturday. All right. Let's see what's going on. Is this working? Okay, cool. We are live. All right. So starting gold. What do we got for starting gold? Oh, someone's on with us. Hey, Rob. Well, what's happening is I'm getting ready for the show on Saturday. And instead of just me sitting here talking to myself, if someone came on, that's what I'm doing. So hello, our dear Chamberlain of Brandywine. Hope you're doing well. And I'm drinking beer, and I'm going on Twitter and rolling a character. So feel free to stay on or say, wow, that's pretty boring. Well, so I'm using Method 5, and Method 5 is from the book that shall not be named, because I'm a player, and Carlos didn't say I couldn't use it. So here's the chart on page 74 for humans, since we know we're a human magic user. So 9 dice for intelligence. I ended up with a 15. So here are my rolls. 13, 15, 17, 17, 17, 12. I didn't roll comeliness. I guess I could roll comeliness. Guess I should roll it just for giggles. And let's see. Wow, of course, 15. Even though that's a stat we don't use. And then I rolled an exciting 1 hit point, but fortunately I had a 17 con, so I have 3 hit points starting. And now I was just about to get my starting money. And then I was going to also use the DMG for my personality. Dan has decided, and Carlos was gracious enough Yes, very healthy. Has decided that he wants to do a hex crawl, and Carlos Lysing from Castle Entertainment is going to facilitate that hex crawl, and that we are two magic users from we're from Safeton, which is on the Wild Coast in Greyhawk. So I've been asked to create the character and then send that to Carlos. And also what we're going to be going over is White Dwarf 21. So I've got to look that over in preparation for Saturday. And for those who don't know, Rob is running his new campaign starting February 1st. If you're in the Orlando area, you either want to watch or play, go on to Meetup and see if there's spots available. He's a great DM, and you'd have a lot of fun. If you like old school role playing, he's the man to go to. So shameless plug for Rob. Let's see. So magic user, 2d4. Let's see how much money this. 50 gold pieces. That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. 50 gold pieces. Let me scroll down here. 50 GP. So because I have no idea what Dan's going to roll up in his backstory, I'm going to use the DMG to come up with the personality. And you know, I'm a big fan of using rolling randomness and let the game produce the character as opposed to having a big backstory. But Carlos has asked for a backstory, so I'm going to kind of use some of the roles to figure out some of the personality and then kind of build something from it. So in the DMG, I think it's on page, it's pretty early on, there is NPC traits, if I remember. And there are charts, that's right, yes sir. So I'm going to use that, even though it's not an NPC, just to kind of give me some ideas with that, as opposed to me coming up with something. And hopefully it'll be diametrically opposite from, let's see, let me do a search on personality. Let's see if we can find it. Characteristics, personality. That's insanity. You know, we're not quite there yet, but oh, there it is. Perfect. All right. So actually, it was in the back, page 100. Yep. Oh, there are charts for backstories. Oh, well, I was just using the traits for backstories. Where is that located? Is that in the DMG? I'd definitely use that too. So facts tables. Well, I don't know. I don't have to be lawful good. I can be any, I think, because we're on the Wild Coast. So we're just going to be totally random. So let's do a D10. 9. 9, I'm neutral. I like that. That's good. Alignment. Neutral. And possessions, well, we rolled our character. Appearance. I don't know. I mean, I'm first level, so I guess I should use the starting age. I'm going to do that. Then, what's my general look? Appearance. 3. Unkempt. Okay. Unkempt. Okay. What else we got? Sanity. Oh, please be insane. Please. 7. Neurotic. That's good. This may be a little hitting too close to home a little bit. Neurotic. All right. And general traits, D12 and a D6. So we'll do a D12 and a D6. Oops, 1D6. So I got an 11 and a 4. So that is 11 and 4. Malevolent. Ooh, that's cool. He's neurotic. He's malevolent. Exactly. He's neurotic, malevolent, personality. D8 and a D8. Okay. 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3. He's friendly though. He's a sounds like a sociopath almost. That's interesting. Friendly but yet he's malevolent. Interesting. Okay. Well, he's got a 15 comeliness, so that's he's a handsome fellow. Disposition 10. He's harsh though. Friendly but harsh. So maybe he has like a short temper. Harsh. Nature 4. Oh, he's unforgiving. Oh wow, cool. This is getting cool. Friendly, that's right. Friendly yet malevolent. All right, hold on. Honesty 3. He's truthful. He is, wow, that's great. He's truthful. Oh, no, D8. D8, 2. He's lazy. You know, this is a little too close to home for my thing. Exactly. Do not, he is an angry man once he loses his comb. So he's unkept, he's neurotic, morals. Let's see, D12, 10. He's perverted. So now there's an asterisk, of course, just like my Kickstarter, asterisk. No, I'm rolling my character. This is not GROGTALK, this is pre-talk, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm rolling my character. So far, Dan, I haven't put a name, human male magic user. He's a twin of Dan's character. I have 13, 15, 17, 17, 17, 12, and comeliness 15. It's like, why is that? I have 3 whopping hit points. I'm neutral alignment. And I'm rolling my traits now, my random traits, so I can build my backstory. So that's what I'm working on. So yes, this is not a soul album. Yoko is not here. The Beatles aren't breaking up. But actually I'm testing the other camera while I'm doing this. So that's what I'm working on. So right now I'm an unkept... Hey, you're not the DM. You're the player. And I don't know what you're talking about. That's it. So the chat, of course, is saying that... oh, it's also an opportunity to drink beer. So the chat is saying, why am I spending all this time figuring out a character is going to die horribly? So we were on morals, and I rolled perverted. Roll again. If perverted sadistic is again indicating the character is that. Otherwise, the second roll tells the true morals. Okay, so I got to roll this again. 6. He's lusty. Okay. I like perverted better, but okay. Lusty. Intellect. Well, oops, D10. 4. He is an active intellect. I don't know what that means, but we'll take it. Active intellect. That's right. One man's lusty is another man's perverted. That's very true. Materialism. 6. Ah, there we go. Avaricious. This is about right. Bravery. Please be cowardly. 1. Normal. That's too bad. Normal bravery. Thrift. 2. Miserly. He's cheap. He's pretty cheap. It says mean, but I assume mean and cheap are the same. Piety. D12. 4. He's reverent. So, interesting. And let's see what my interests are. That's right. So yes, some are already rooting for him to die horribly. That's awesome. Thanks. Yes, and I will be playing it that way. So 2 and a 5. So 2 legends. His interests are legends. Legends. All right. So does he? I don't think we really need to have a anyway. That's good enough. Okay, so he's not. So let's do his height and weight. He's a human. Let's figure that out. 50. So that's about average for a male human, if I remember correctly. Yep. So you roll a d100 again. 11. He's a little under height. So 1 to 4 inches short. That's 1d4. 3. So human male average, he's 5'9". So it basically is me, except slightly taller. And let's do weight. 57. Basically average. Yep, weight is average, and then roll d100 again. 13. Oh, he's under d8. 7. So average weight for a human male, 175 is 168 pounds. I wish I was 168 pounds. That would be amazing. So now I need to figure out spells, which again I'm not going to use. I'm not going to use the book that shall not be named. We'll use the random spells here, unless I can convince Carlos that I deserve to pick spells. So we've got to go up to, I think, is that before or after? I don't remember where this is on here. Let's see. Magic acquisition of spells, 39. So we'll go to 39. And we're flipping, 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 flipping. 39. Okay, cool. So, well, I get Read Magic. Read Magic is my first spell. And offensive spells. Let's see. Since some of our people are rooting against us. 9. Sleep! There we go. Look at that. Got Sleep. Defensive spell. 4. Hold Portal. And miscellaneous spell. 9. Right. Huh. Very nice. Okay. What else did I need to do? Age. Exactly. What is that? Not useful for a hex crawl, but hey, it's okay. We'll go with it. What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to figure out my age. Because of course I may be a young adult, which would be unfortunate. So we go stay in the DMG, and we look up age categories. Exactly. All right, so are you asking what right is? Right allows you, if there is a spell that you can answer. The question from the chat is, what is right spell? Right spell allows you to capture a spell that you can not normally, the magic user normally cannot use, either because of level or they failed their comprehension roll. And so it allows the magic user to say, let's say this first level character gets Fireball on a scroll. he can use write to write it into a spell book and hopefully learn it later. The scroll is destroyed in the process, but it is part of his spell book at that point. So useful for real characters. I'm not sure this is very useful. So age for a human magic user is 24 plus 2d8, so d8 twice. 7, so he is 31 years old. 31 years old. That makes him a mature. So mature is, I would add 1 point of con and 1 point of strength. 1 point of strength. Look at that, 18 con. Too bad he's not a fighter. Maybe I should dual class. Okay. He's had a troubled life, yeah. He's unkept, neurotic, malevolent, friendly, harsh, unforgiving, truthful, lazy. So I just see him as he's brash, he's rude, he's curious, intellectually curious, asks questions in just a terrible ask. I kind of see him as like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, in a direct, hurtful manner. Yeah, I feel like that's just kind of the vision I have. Maybe I should call him Sheldon. Yeah. Well, that would be interesting too. Right? So he's lusty. He's just basically all id. So if he likes something, he's going to be very friendly and just... Oh, yeah, he can't pull link, sorry. Yeah, so he's just basically all id. So, all right, cool. So we know he's from Safeton. Why is he going on this hex crawl with his brother? That's another good question. He's unforgiving. He's interested in legends, so maybe that's why he's going. Okay, cool. I need to come up with a name. So again, in the spirit of randomness, let's random names in Greyhawk. Not. There we go. Random names for the Flanders. Let's see if this actually works. I'm Mendy. So Dan's character is Mendy Pushinfo. Okay, great. That's awesome. So I should be what would be a good one there? Blazing Fire. I don't know what spells would be. Yeah. So what would be a good name? Random tables. Here you go. Let's see. Oh, it's a PDF. I'm not opening a PDF. Not an online PDF. Sleepy writes a lot. Okay. Yeah. And I'll probably bring up some porn by accident. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. This is why you don't go on random things. Sleepy writes a lot. That's pretty good. But it's gotta be part of his character, which he's kind of a jerk. So you're the... I guess we're not twins then. So they're saying, so Dan's character is 26. I'm 31. Well, we're twins. Yeah, we're supposed to be twins. So I'll be 26 now, which is fine. You change your name. Okay, so now he's changed his name. So what's your name now? Oh, I also lie about my name. Oh, okay, cool. So you are 30. So why did you make me do that? You're actually 31. Okay. You can lie about your name. Backstory. So now I need a name. Sleepy's good. What's I know sleep like dormir or dormant, Latin for sleep. Samum. I thought so. The chat's all about. Yeah, Carlos had said you were supposed to be male. We were both males. I know originally he wanted you to be female. So are you truly male or are you in transition is the question, which again, this is 2020, but I thought we were both going to be paternal, well, either identical twins or paternal twins. What's the plan for that? I like Sonam. Somnum. Right? That sounds... Oh, that's not on. Yeah, Somnum. I like that. That's good. He's just got one name. Somnum. What's Latin for right? Sonum scribe? That's lame. How about pen? Calamus. Sonum calamus. That's good. I'm going with that. I am Sonum calamus. Jerkface. Jerky McJerkface. That would be that would be good too. All right. So yeah, so you're gonna have to talk to Carlos, the lusty jerk. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep both of us. That'll be the end of both the characters. But you're gonna keep Spider Climb. I know you. You're gonna cast Spider Climb. That's exactly what you're gonna do. We're dead. So I can tell you right now, my weapon proficiency, darts. You can be the fighter. Darts is the weapon proficiency. All right. So what's Sonum Calamus's? Yeah, Sonum Calamus. Calamus, the lusty jerk. I love it. He's known as the lusty jerk. So Somnum, let's see, while he was expelled for making lewd advances to... Yeah, but Dan won't let me carry that many, even with my strength. But I'll be carrying a bunch, like 24 of them. To the headmistress of the order of the academy of the academy. And while his good looks and sharp wit, his good looks and sharp wit could not stay his vile tongue, which too often led him into fights with the other students. All right. So, I'll say the Wizards Academy. It's not with, it's wit. Could not stay his vile tongue, which too often, that's T-O-O. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so if Somnum is attracted to someone, he is very charming. But cross him, or and his wrath has no bounds. Hey. So, Sonam was expelled for making lewd advances to the head mistress of the Wizards Academy. His good looks and sharp wit could not stay his vile tongue, which too often led him to fights with the other students. If Sonam is attracted to somebody, he's very charming, but cross him and his wrath has no bounds. Okay. Yeah. He is by acquiring forbidden knowledge of the ancient sorcerers of the past. Sorcerers of the past. Or somehow getting into the good graces. Now, yes, Rob, thank you. Yeah, we're Lily's latest familiar. Did something happen online that I missed? Lily's latest familiar. What was that about? Or did I miss something? And also, Dan, did we did Carlos say? Oh, Last Adventure, cool. Did Carlos say that he was? We're staying in the same time frame, or we're going to a new time frame? Is it going to be 576 or? Sir. Really? That's awesome. Okay. Okay. Good graces of, yeah, I have no idea who. I was going to put Tensor, but he may not be alive anymore in that. Or another great mage. Alright, there's my backstory. Sonam was expelled for making lewd advances to the held mischief. You're lawful good. Well, that makes sense. He's neutral. Did you actually roll it, or you just did you pick it? You're clean. Okay. Well, that's cool. I think that part's pretty good. Oh, rolling. Nice. Alright, so I think I'm good with the character. And normal sanity. Ah, that's too bad. Alright. Anything else we need to do with this? So, Salmon Calamus, he's the lusty jerk. In fact, that was probably what the head mistress called him. As he was thrown out. She screamed, "Die horribly, you lusty jerk." That's great. His good looks and sharp wit could not stay his vile tongue, which too often led him into fights with other students. Oh, so you're going to be the friendly one. So Dan's character is going to be the friendly, nice thing. So my character is going to be the jerk and put everyone to sleep and be terrible. So this is wonderful. I like this. Alright, do I need anything else? I got his thing, got his spell book. Probably need some items, but I'll worry about that later. I'm not going to do that on mine. Oh, so you're troubled. Do you have a backstory yet? Hard-headed. No, that's good. So anyway, that is a way to build a backstory using random things. I mean, obviously, if you have a character idea, you can do that as well. But that's right. Neutral. So, Simon Calamus, the lusty jerk, human male magic user, twin of Dan's character. He's 5'9", 31 years old. 3 hit points, 50 gold pieces, a neutral alignment. At least I don't need that. I have that up here. I can pull that up now. Oh, really? Human male magic user. Level 1. Alignment. Neutral. Twin of Garen's character. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're brave. I have normal bravery. This is riveting stuff. I think I put in the description that if you had nothing better to do on Thursday night, you can come listen to me. So there are others besides you guys watching. No, you're depraved. You have to roll again if you roll depraved. I feel like we're just doing this over again. Are you rolling on the things now? So I believe Dan is rolling. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Are you using page 100 of the DMG? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's what I did. I used page 100 or whatever it was. Was it 100 or wherever it was, right? Am I lost my mind? Yeah. So you're rolling up your guy. So, but if you roll depraved, you're supposed to re-roll it again. If I remember correctly. Yeah. 100, 101. Yeah, so if you do depraved, if you roll it twice, then you have it. If not, you get whatever the second roll is. Oh, I see. You did that. I'm sorry. My apologies. My bad. All right. So I think we got our characters. So basically, I just went through the traits on page 100 101. I know I rolled perverted the first time, and I didn't get it the second. So you would have been depraved, and I would have been perverted. Wow, that would have really. Let's see what it says for that. It doesn't give us personality. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't say. That would be just amazing. Yeah, I know. That's too bad. So, well, since you're here, Dan, you need to find out where we're going to be live from. And the interview questions are, I know we'll talk about Delph Enterprises, Lair Medusa, First Encounter. Whatever other questions you need to, I assume you'll be working on that. Blah, 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 exactly. There's going to be the new announcement. The Ochre Jelly. All right, Rob, take care, buddy. Yeah, is there a So for those who don't know, on our show, we always announce where we're live from. And I don't know if there's a, so let's look at Safeton in Greyhawk. There it is. Live in Greyhawk. Let's see if they have any. The city, oh, it's pretty big. Let's see if it has an inn. Nope. How about a tavern? It says the dock quarter has a bunch, but it doesn't say which one. Tavern. Tavern of the Black Blade? Let's see. Safeton. It doesn't. So we need a place. I hate to spend all this time looking for that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Is there a tavern? Inn? Nope. That's in Badwall. We should have came from Badwall. They have a tavern. That's terrible. Okay. Well, that'll be something you need to look at. Because I really don't know. I mean, back when we played, we didn't, we just made this stuff up. And I'm sure there's someone who has it, but I don't have it. All right, what else do we have to work on? We also have to work on White Dwarf Magazine issue 21. So I need to look that up and start reviewing that real quick, so I can get ready for the next session. So I've never read White Dwarf at all. I mean, so this will be literally the first time I look at one. I think I've seen, except for Aurelian, from Daniel Collerton, that's really my only experience with it. So let's see, where is it? Why don't I have it? 21 is later? That's not what it said here. Oh, you're right. I screwed it up. It's October, November. What, 16? Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we talked about it. What was I thinking? That's terrible. Did you get the actual physical copy? That's the question. Let's see. I'm sure it's... Oh, you're taking the 5th. Interesting. Yeah, see, the problem is, finding the old 16. Oh, it's... That's awesome. That says February, March. Up here. Dan. I think it's 16. I think you were right the first time. Anyhow. Oh, thanks. There's White Dwarf. White Dwarf 26. 16. There we go. That's a cool cover. Oh, it's got a Gamma World scenario. I know our friend Grognard files. Dirk the Dice has been Gamma World, but I think he's using Savage Worlds. He's converting it, but I could be wrong. I meant 18. Oh, 18's Holotism thing. Oh, nice. Oh, did he do that or Metamorphosis Alpha? Or he may have done both. So chatter asking, did Jim Ward, who's coming up February 1st, did he do Gamma World? And he may have. I know Metamorphosis Alpha was his claim to fame, but he may have both. Okay. So for those who will be showing up on Saturday, part of what we're doing is we're looking back to look forward, as our friends in the Grognard files say. And the first episode of the month we went over Dragon, and the second episode we're going over White Dwarf, and we're kind of looking at it as if we've never seen it. In this case, that's very easy to do because here it is. So I'm kind of going to be looking over it to see what you're not looking forward. Okay? So we're going to be looking at this so I'm not going to comment on everything. I'm just going to quickly look through it and figure out what I'm going to read over the tomorrow so I can get ready. This is only 32 pages. So the good news, because whereas Dragon's on it's a couple of years older, the pages got bigger. This is still a reasonable size. So first we got some advertisements. That's pretty cool. And we're flipping. Maybe we're not. Some advertising, more advertising for miniatures. All right, so here's the features. Actually, we should have done this for the holiday special because this was way more information than the other one. And it's still every other month, yeah? So right here, TSR periodicals, we just read about that they are the distributors, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. I wonder if we can send them a request there at P.O. Box 110, Lake Geneva. And back issues are 60p. I assume that's pence. Okay, so what's Ian Livingstone say? In White Dwarf, we print our first question to attempt to steer the magazine in the direction of readers' wishes. It was voted Best Games Magazine in the recent Games Day Awards. Okay, so that's on some event on page 20. And the readership has doubled, so that's great. And there's a new question on page 25. All right, great. Hopefully you all had a white and they crossed some things out. Black Christmas pudding. Did you see online there was a question about which type of pudding you should eat if a lich gave you? That was pretty interesting. And thanks to our last episode, I chose Grey Ooze because that would be the only one that probably wouldn't kill you right away. Green slime would consume you. Black pudding and ochre jelly would dissolve flesh. So there's something for those listening on. They can vote for the top 5 monsters. Okay, that's cool. White Dwarf questionnaire. I'm definitely going to be reading that. That's super cool. Chronicle monsters. Okay, so this looks exactly like the Fiend Folio and the style and everything else. So it's literally a cut and paste, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. I don't think any of these made it to the Fiend Folio. But they look exactly the same. Some Traveler rules. Love Traveler. Love old school Traveler. Didn't play it that much, but really loved it. More of that. Some news. Boot Hill. Encounters for Boot Hill. That's pretty cool. On road or in Mexico. Nice. And then you can look over. So let's see. Let's do that. Let's see what the encounter would be. Dice roller. Oh, sorry. Dice roller. 67. If 67 is I, that would be Indians or N. Bandits. Oh, okay. So, you know, maybe we should do a hex call through North America. That'd be kind of cool, using the Boot Hill encounters. It could be me and you in the Old West. All right. Bandits or Indians. Did they call them Indians or Native Americans? Nope, they're called Indians. All right. Interesting. Open box. Oh, they talk about Boot Hill, Imperium, Snapshot. Oh, the Dungeon Master's Guide. Oh, I got to read that. That's right. So, just real quick. It was almost £10 for the hardback in the Dungeon Master's Guide. To review a product book properly, the reviewer should be intimately familiar. Such cannot be the case here. If I were to postpone writing a review of DMG until I had read every word, I'd be waiting for some time. This is first impression. Okay? Nice. The mini Gamma World scenarios from Jim Ward. That's awesome. So we need to bring that up. So reviewed by Don Pearl. Overall, so basically he's saying as far as the DMG, offhand I would say most would point at only a minor mission, let alone a serious one. Okay, so the long wait is well over 2. Fine, but legible print. Good artwork, hardback form which will stand the test of many years of thumbing. Okay. So here's remember the controversy in the previews. Monks use the same combat matrix as thieves and assassins. DMG proper, monks use the same combat matrix as clerics and druids. So, and that's how I've always run it, that they do clerics. Yeah. Overall, not applicable. That's it, exactly. So, good stuff. Paths of the... Oh, that's an article by... this is the Gamma World thing that you were talking about. Paths of the... Whatever is this? The Little? The Little. Paths of the Little. Interesting. The Fiend Factory. So what was the first one? The first one was Fiend Factory? Is this the Fiend Factory? They have the Wrecker, the Home Wrecker, the Man Scorpion. The Plant Man. Well, this is where plant growth would be. I wonder if that would help. Oh, nothing's going on. Hello, Chamberlain. How are you? I'm preparing for... Oh, okay. I'm preparing for GROGTALK this Saturday. So we're doing a hex crawl, so I had to roll a character, so I figured I would go online. And then everyone started showing up. So awesome. How are you? So this is not GROGTALK. We're just kind of looking over stuff in preparation for GROGTALK. I hope things are going well. I hope the fires are not any worse. We have the Chamberlain Most August of Australia. No, I didn't want to make a solo album. You know, I can give you the key. You can go online too. Letters. It's not that special. Okay. So, anyhow, White Dwarf questionnaire. Let's see. Give ratings out of 10 of the following departmental features. Okay. Would you like a question and answers page? Would you like a comment strip? The best thing, worst thing? All right, interesting. So I wonder how many surveys. We'll have to wait for a future episode to see that. Help. SF Games, a lot of advertising. Okay. A lot of miniatures, which kind of makes sense. That's it. Oh, welcome to Gamma. Look at that. We've been expecting you. Look at that picture. That's awesome. Is that old school or what? Illusion Generation. Another note. It's your welcome to Gamma World. Science, fantasy, role-playing, the grand tradition of Dungeons & Dragons. TSR is proud to present the ultimate game of science, fantasy, role-playing at a better hobby game, book, and department store everywhere. Get your copy of Gamma World today. Nice. I guess we need to do a review of Gamma World at some point, and we definitely need to talk to Jim on the first of that. All right. So I have my character. I reviewed it. I'm going to go through. I need to do a review of the monsters. Read the letters. Get some of the ads. Look at the Gamma World scenario. What else is interesting? One of the things that we were asked for is, can we tie in to real events, both like pop culture and current events. So I got to do some research on that. In 1980 January, we were asked to do that. So, and Dan and I did a little bit about that last episode, but I'm going to see if I can find some, maybe play some music. Ugh, I don't know if that's good. That's probably a copyright infringement. Okay. Let's see. Are we still doing the Have You Ever Been a Gnome Illusionist this episode? Hopefully. I assume we are. And by the way, this is a test run for, I'm starting a new campaign. No, that's right. So we're probably going to do that. We probably should do that before he gets off. So this needs to move up. I think that's correct. Okay, so there's some movies there. Okay, great. Review the animated movies. Okay. Can you all see? I guess you can see that pretty good. So we're going to do the interview. We'll do Have You Ever Been a Gnome Illusionist while he's on. We should quiz him to see if he remembers what the answers were. Quiz him on the answers? That would be pretty funny. Do you remember what answer 3 was on this scenario? That would be pretty funny. By the way, Land Shark is the beer for today. Right. That's right. So, do you recall what scenario 3, how much hit points did you take if you try to speak with animals? That's perfect. As of today, we don't have any heraldry. Let's do a quick Swedish challenge look online. Where we are with the Swedish challenge. And we're checking. Let's see. So we are number 21 in Japan. We were 15. So that is a direct result of our friend Minion. It has to be, because that's pretty amazing. So we're doing real well there. That's right, 3 hit points. Yeah, things are going great on the confirmed plays. Let's see. We got messages. Also, our friend Secrets of Blackmore. You know, while we're still on, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm waiting for the D&D. Because I want to buy the DVD as opposed to the video. So I'm asking Griff from the Secrets of Blackmore if the DVD is available for purchase. Went to store last week. Didn't see. Thanks. Okay. What else? What else, Dan? What else we got? So Carlos is helping, and you were mentioning something about Vic doing something. Is he going to kill us separately? That would be the question. I hope not. And since we've got a few people online, one of the things that will be awesome, one of the things I can announce is that very soon we are going to have a GROGTALK Grognard exclusive Patreon online play. And some of the folks are gracious enough to join us with that. And in fact, the Chamberlain Most August of Australia, I sent you an invite. Have you gone onto Patreon yet? If you haven't, please check that out and let me know if that's something that will work. And then we're going to announce some other fun things on the Saturday show. All right. So, and then I got to get with Kelly. Got to send him a note tonight. He sent me some stuff and get him set up for Saturday. But this test was also part of doing Between the Screens. That'll be for patrons, where I will do my dungeon prep and do a campaign recap for our patrons. And then later it'll be available to our subscribers on YouTube. So I think that's it. Oh, okay. Well, I thought in some ways we were trying to make that more advantageous than 2 in the morning. So we're trying to get our dear friend David Thompson on, and he is like 15 and a half hours ahead of us. So he is a trooper when we typically do our stream at 8 a.m. on Saturday. So that typically ends out to being, we start at 11:30 at night, and if we go on for any length of time, you know, it's way in the morning, and he's still on. So we were trying to find a date and time that would be accommodating to some of our friends in the other side of the planet. So, oh, I didn't know. You're exactly right. Thank you, sir. Someone on the chat said, did I roll my secondary skills? I did not. Oh, this truly is... Oh, I didn't do my languages. I wonder if he's going to give us a full complement of languages. That would be another question we need to ask Carlos. You got fishing. All right. Well, that's good. Isn't that here at the back? Don't we have an extra example? Yeah, I guess. I gotta go to the front. All right. Hey, stop. Page 12, thank you. All right, well, let's see what we got. D100, 14. Hey, we're fishers. There we go. That makes a lot of sense. The dice make this. after so why are we rolling for disease for the month? I don't understand that. So Dan is saying we should roll for disease. So now the backstory's changed. After growing up with his twin fishing the waters of Woolly Bay. Is it Woolly Bay? Oh, really? I didn't know that. That sounds horrible. Each game month. It says you may. Not you have to. Check each week. You know, is it filthy conditions? This is terrible. That'll be up to, well, okay, I'll roll it. Sure. I'm good with that. Yeah, Woolly Bay. Okay. Yeah, so we're fishing in the Woolly Bay. You're not 18 and you're not clean. Okay, so Woolly Bay. After growing up with his twin fishing the waters of Woolly Bay, comma, Somnum was expelled for making lewd advances to the head mistress of the Wizards Academy. You rolled an 18. 51. I think I'm safe. Well, we don't know what month it is. We don't know if it's warm or not. That's right. So this will be great. So yeah. So for those who are listening, if you're not familiar with First Edition, like many of the old school games, it's an opportunity for your character to die horribly. Oh yeah, I don't know if that's a good question. So here on page 13, it says here, each game month you may wish to check each character to determine whether or not he or she has contracted the disease. So should I add that to my campaign? Possibly. That sounds pretty good. I like that idea. So, and then you should check each week if it's very hot or moist or crowded conditions. That's wonderful. Let's see. Is unkept the modifier? Well, I got a 51, so I'm fine. I'm not venerable. We don't know if it's summer. That's the issue. That's the unknown. So we're gonna have to ask Carlos. But I rolled a 50. You rolled an 18. So, and were you exposed to a character of communicable diseases? So these are things that we're gonna have to figure out. And then you can figure out adjust base when the percent chances roll for each character. If disease, and go to the disease table below. Oh, and I guess you have to do disease and parasite, basically, right? Oh, that's interesting. Yours doesn't say that. Okay, well, this is the special edition one. Interesting. Okay, that's a nice controversy. So this one is the special edition. But do I have the... Let me look in the DMG. So mine is a revised edition, December 1979. And we're flipping, and we're flipping. That is interesting. Wow, we found something. So this is priceless. And in the book DMD, not in the special edition one, it says each month. No, it says the same thing. Each month you may wish to check. Which version do you have? Yeah. What version do you have? It says the same thing. I almost thought it said something differently. That would have been hilarious. A parasitic. Okay, well, see, that's interesting. That one says you each game month check. So parasites you have to check. Okay. I love this. Check each and every time a character is exposed to a carrier of parasites. Carriers include humans, animals, dust, earth, manure, raw meat, swamp water, etc. Basically anything they do. So what does that mean? Do you check it every time? Wow. Okay. So that's a thing. 10. Well, I rolled a 10. We're not in a swamp. Was it cooked meat? Hard to say. All right, sir. Like I said, this was more of just me messing around, making sure I'm ready. Yeah, I rolled a 10 too. See, there you go. 10. What do you think about that? So we both rolled 10. The dice don't lie. All right. So we got to find out from Carlos if a 10 we got a parasite, that we're infested with parasites. We are twins. What did we roll? What was the other thing? Oh, we rolled fishermen were the same. Exactly. What are the chances? Apparently 1 in 100. Okay. You want to figure out what... All right, David, take care. All right, cool. Yes, you're right. Hold on, let me add that to the list. That's a great... Let's do that. So this is how the sausage making works. This is how we do it. I don't know. These are good questions. So we don't know. We need to know this information. All right. Whoops. Well, very good. The dice don't lie. Simple as that. Okay. Well, I think we're ready. We've crawled up a character. We've reviewed. I'll read the articles in White Dwarf. We'll help Kelly get ready for our interview, which will start at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And then probably next week, after we talk to Jim Ward, I will start, or maybe even the week after, I'm going to start preparing for the new campaign in Seaford, the Adventures in Seaford, which is that. Do I have a deity? I don't know. Yes, Bocob the Uncaring. He's neutral, and he's the magic user one. That one's super easy. 41. Where is that? Let's see. Deity. Bocob the Uncaring. Boom. I do. All right. Love it. And I'll spend some money on some things, but I don't need much. Some food. Plus, we're fishermen. I need some just what? Fishing line. I'll take a staff, robe, boots, backpack. I'll figure out all these expenses later. Iron rations, wineskin, lantern, 3 flasks of oil. And I won't even take a staff. I'll take a 10-foot pole. That's even better. Yeah, I have a spell book. It's on letter F. Wineskin, lantern, 3 flasks of oil, rope. I'm taking a riding horse. That's pretty much all my money. What else do I need? I need some parchment, ink, tinderbox. Ah, that's pretty good. Robe, boots. I got a belt with some pouches. And of course I have rose petal and sand, if I remember correctly. What else? What's the other thing for sleep? Rose petal and sand, isn't it? Rose petals, sand. Is there a cricket? It's not a cricket. What's the other thing? I forgot what the other spell components are for sleep. All right, we'll have to look it up. Let's see. Oops. Because I'm sure Carlos will want us to have that. Sleep. Ah, fine sand, rose petals, and a live cricket. It is a live cricket. Ugh. Live crickets in a small box. What's my other? What's that? Hold portal? Am I ever going to really do a hold portal? I don't think so. All right, let's see. Hold portal. Oh, good. Hold portal does not have a spell components. Read magic does. Okay, reverse, blah, blah, blah. What's this thing for? Doesn't say. The material components for read magic. Why not? I would buy the crickets. I would keep them in a thing. I'd have crickets in a small box with some lettuce. Right? Doesn't that count? Don't they eat lettuce? That's why you know this is ridiculous. Let's see. What's my other spell? Right? Right, I think you need fancy. I don't even think I could cast right. Because right needs special fine ink, which we can't afford. 3 weeks lifespan, says Google. All right, well, we'll be dead in 3 weeks. So I have to be a cricket breeder. All right. What else? I think we're good. I mean, that's a pretty good character for someone who's going to die horribly. Hit points 3. My armor class is 7. Whew. AC 7. Yeah, that's right. We can fish. Yeah, I mean, well, and this is interesting. So the material component for the spell is a pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or a live cricket. So I think if I had fine sand and rose petals, I would be okay. But I like the idea of eating crickets. That's right. You are brave with AC 10 and 3 hit points. I have darts. I'll be in the back. How far can I throw a dart? Probably not that far. Dart. 20 yards, if they're far enough. Oh, 30 yards. Whew. Outside. That's good. Well, so Dan, of course, is trying to rain on my parade. And I just can't believe that you'd have to have a live cricket all the time. So here's what it says. The material components for the spell is a pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or a live cricket. It would not be one of the three. That doesn't make any sense to me, but I think it means fine sand, rose petals, or a live cricket. Or it could be any of the three. Okay, that's fine. But you don't need to have a live cricket. You could just use sand or rose petal. So I'm keeping both just in case. Maybe I like to have a flare with the rose petal. I don't think you need all three, because if you needed a cricket, basically you'd be hosed. Yes, I normally would read it that way, but so I'm keeping all three just in case. All right. Anything else, Dan? Do we need to talk about anything for tomorrow's or Saturday's show? Or what are we eating? That's the other question. So we've eaten peanut butter and jelly. We drank beer, cereal, Pepsi. What are we eating for tomorrow? Is there a theme? I guess I haven't read the White Dwarf yet. Do they mention their food preferences? Oh, something Canadian. Okay. Canada Dry. Does that count? Probably not. Canadian bacon. Trout. I don't think we're going to eat trout at 8 o'clock in the morning. That does not sound very appealing to me. So let's say no to that. Come up with something. Or if not, come in Twitter. Which two comedians? I don't know. We need to put that on Twitter. Go post that on Twitter. Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, Bob and Doug McKesney. Yep. They drank beer. That's what I remember. That's right. I'm sure Kelly will appreciate that. Any Canadian stereotypes. Maybe we can get a funnel cake. I think they like funnel cake. Once again, her ignorance is showing. So if you're out there, put in the comments what Canadian food we should try to eat so Dan or myself can go pick it up. All right, Strange Brew, that's right. We could dress up as hockey stormtroopers. That would be kind of cool. Strange, that would be super cool. Anyhow, I think we're ready for tomorrow. I mean Saturday. We will see everyone Saturday at 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to send this to Carlos. We're going to see Kelly Villamere. We're going to see Carlos. We'll see Dan. We'll see Canadian food. And until then, I will talk to you guys the next week. Or I'll talk to you on Saturday. Take care.